Alright, so I promised I'd do this for listening to the last video, so I'm gonna. I guess I should start with my memories. Now I want you to know, look, this could go on, this could be 3 videos. I don't know. I don't use a timer or anything. It just comes out the way it's supposed to come out. I don't believe in doing scripts. When you see me looking over here, basically I'm just looking at all my notes and all my, I'm not really, because I like to free flow, alright? So you just have to live with it. It could be, you might get a 10-minute and then 1-minute video on that. I don't know. It's not important, but now you know this is going to happen. I'm not going to explain it anymore. My memory. I just always been blessed with a memory, except for when I needed to remember something. Trivial Pursuit. You do not want to mess with me in Trivial Pursuit, because I am so full of useless information. And at times it proves useful, I guess. But I just always had a memory that was different. I was tested in school. And in 2nd grade, because modesty. Let me do it this way. I remember breastfeeding. I remember not liking it after I got a bottle. I remember crying because I didn't want the tit, I wanted that bottle. I remember playing drums on my crib, between the things on my crib. I remember my mom's friend leaning over my crib, and I was just trying, I knew, man, I'd been working with my tongue all day, and I knew I could say what I was trying to say, and she leaned over the crib, and I just blurted it out. You know what I mean? I don't even remember really what I said. It was something about, it was along the thought of, I can talk, I'm just having difficulty using this thing here. I can see how you guys are doing it. And she looked at me with this startled look, and her eyes got that big, and I remember that picture to this day. It was amazing. She turned and looked at my mom and said, "Charlotte, this baby just talked to me." And this is plain as day. Anything after the age of 3, I remember everything. Everything. And I don't mean just little moments. I mean, if I sit down and just start a train of thought thinking about something, it just runs one into another, and I mean, I just think about everything. There are some years that were lost. You know, late 70s, early 80s was a tough time, man. But I just have been blessed with this memory. Diapers. Remember diapers? Hating diapers. Remember, I have a good memory. So I want you to know that I know what a memory looks and feels like to me. What happened to me was not a dream or some memory that I've conceived or thought up to handle my childhood traumas or any of this other bullshit. Unlike everyone else who's had a near-death experience, I drowned. I was in 2nd grade, and I loved to swim. This was in Clear Lake, Red Bud Park. And there was a raft that all the kids, all the big kids used to go to. I just had to go out there too. It was scary. Yeah, you get scared at first, okay. I was cautious, okay, but after a while I thought, yeah, this is easy. I can do this. You know, go underneath and then you could breathe. It was 4 big blocks of styrofoam. And you could see what you were doing, basically. Because once you got underwater, if you opened your eyes, you could see it was light, and you could tell where the edge was. But on this day, it was cloudy. And we were there for the watermelon truck. There was a watermelon truck that came and gave everyone free watermelons. And that was a big deal, you know, for us kids. And I went out there, and I remember I jumped off and I went underneath. And I was under there for a while. And I noticed I was getting cold. I was getting the shivers. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in. So I ducked under like I always did, casual, not one of these big, because I'm just gonna be right over here. And I ducked down and I started headed for the edge. And the edge wasn't there. It's all the same color. That was new. And I remember I started clawing along the bottom of the styrofoam. I can remember my fingers actually going into the styrofoam a little bit because it was a slime on it and I couldn't get a grip, and I'm actually digging in with my fingers. And I remember that it's not giving me much purchase. And I remember the panic building. I remember it like it happened yesterday. The panic like you couldn't believe. I drowned twice. I'll tell you about the second time another time, but I drowned twice. This first time was, the panic was, I remember just this thought of, oh no. And then it was a, oh no. And then it was, oh no. And just complete panic. And pretty soon I'm screaming in my mind, oh no, oh no. And I started thinking about my mom. That she wasn't going to be able to save me. I knew it. I knew it was. I knew that no one knew that. Come on, you go under there and then you come out, right? Nobody knew that I was under there fucking in trouble. And right at the height of my panic, I remember taking a big of water and just like that, it switched to a complete feeling of, it's hard to describe, complete calm. Not happiness or joy or anything, just complete total calm, and I guess a feeling of curiosity above anything else, because I saw myself in this position like this, floating down, and I'm watching myself and I'm like, oh, this is what it's like to die. And I said those words to myself. And no sooner did I utter those words than shablam, very violently, I was taken to someplace else. And there was two little girls standing in front of me. And I was kind of, I don't feel like I was grounded. I feel like I was kind of floating at an angle like this, looking at these little girls. And they weren't afraid of me, but I disturbed them. I could tell something was very wrong, that they didn't like me. That's the sensation I got, that they didn't like me at all, and that I scared them. And they said, "You're not supposed to be here." And that's enough for right now. I'll do another one soon.